the day before the suicide, and he was talking about people dying. So I don't think a motherfucker that's talking about other people dying would want to kill themselves. You know what I'm saying? But what you gonna do, man? I keep trying to tell.
Yeah, that's exactly what Raj was saying about the scientists. They hoarded back so much information.
Yeah, they are they on some bullshit, man. It's I don't even know what to say anymore. Um, I truly don't even
Hey,
know.
Raw, you recording?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm on it today, man. A little bit, just a little bit. Sorry about this, y'all. Just
What's going on, family?
what's up? What's up, DJ?
Yeah, I'm at work. Hey, I always catch the vibe when I'm at work. So when it gets started, I'll mute myself and listen.
That's no problem. That's no problem, dog.
I think I'd be better if I was at working class.
You normally be at work. Why you ain't at work? The class.
Because you changed the class to the Thursday. I never work on Thursdays.
Oh.
That's why I be going to sleep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that's good. You don't need to be you especially. I don't know about anybody else, but you don't need to be at work while you at class, cause I don't be liking your boss, man. That nigga make me talk lighter. I ain't trying to get you fired. He look like he a fire motherfucker, man. But anyway.
But I don't quit that job.
Oh, you quit that job? All
I
right.
have started another one.
Okay then.
I got to have a little money because it's things that I like, and I got to pay for class, and I got to pay for books. So
You getting in class?
Yeah, man. I gotta keep them using me as a slave, man, so I can learn everything I need to learn to get the fuck up out of here.
Hey, all right. Let's see. Trying to do something different with my background. I don't think it's working.
And don't forget to start the recording.
Yeah, we are recording, but that's backwards. So let's try this. All right, that's backwards. So where's my back? Here go the backwards one right here. Why is
What
that?
happened?
Huh? All right. So who talking? Oh, we can't hear you.
No, I'm getting my hair done.
It's like somebody
Okay,
talking
yeah,
to us from the other side.
Yeah, I see the lights in the background.
Somebody talking to us from the other side, man. I think we done made contact because I can't barely hear them. Is somebody talking though?
I think that was justice.
Oh, I can't see y'all by the way, man. I done changed my background just so I'm on social media and I wanted to portray that we are in the school of knowledge. So please join the school of knowledge, please. Come learn. I hadn't realized, y'all, that we have the school of knowledge started September 7th. All right, September 7th, 2025. I did not know we were 7 months into the school year. That is huge. That is a huge thing, man. These classes go from 6 p.m., you know, anywhere to 12 or 1 o'clock at night. All right. So you're looking at about, let's on average, 6 hours. Last class we went to, I think, 1:30. I couldn't get these guys off here. But, normally we get off at 6. Now, the class was actually supposed to be only 2 hours, 6 to 8. Because it was like technically a school night, and so, but the class is only supposed to be 2 hours. All right, we're gonna try to, as we go, man, we're gonna try to get back close to that. Probably at least start to do it till 10. All right, the 12 is me being a diabetic sitting in this chair for 6 hours is not a good thing on my legs and stuff like that. All right, but anyway, it's just I don't want it to be that long. That's conference long. All right, and I didn't want the school to actually be a conference being held every night. So, I mean every week. So, we're gonna try to push it back till about 10 o'clock. All right. Um, we got so they killing a lot of people. You got scientists that's being killed, that's missing. All right. They done took a stab now at a well-known, respected, I don't like to call him a conspiracy theorist, but let's just say whistleblower with David Wilcox, who's been on many shows, many, you know, television programs dealing with trying to expose the truth about the world you live in. All right. Don't nobody believe this man died of a suicide. Not when that's like me. He posted the night before and he was talking about people dying. So that's like me tomorrow if it come up that I die. I'm telling you right now, I would never, I ain't gonna say I would never commit suicide, but there's nothing right now that would make me commit suicide. I wouldn't do suicide though because I'm depressed or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing in the world to be depressed about. Shit, I done did 14 in the joint. I can actually tell you, there's nothing in the world to be depressed about. Not from a man like me that endured that. I don't care what they throw at you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what's the sad part about this, though? About these people dying? These people losing their lives trying to wake up you dumbasses at home, and they losing their lives for it. And while some of you idiots sit at home and be like, if you really was trying to help us, why the knowledge ain't for free? That's why the knowledge ain't for free. Because technically that man wasted his life. He technically wasted his life. What does he get back? I mean, well, he was doing TV and stuff, so he got paid. But I mean, like, what is the end goal for him? I don't see no benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. But people have, and I guess will continue to sacrifice their own lives to try to wake up the stupid sheep, the stupid masses, the stupid people who still want to go to church and say God is blessing them or Allah is blessing you or some other dumb thing like that. Meanwhile, good people are being killed, innocent children are being starved and tortured, and Epstein is still walking these streets telling you he's Palm Beach Pete. The masses is not. I learned a long time ago when I first got on Instagram. Screw the masses. Screw you. Screw all of you. I do what I do because I want to do it. I like to do it. I done found some really good people that's of the same like mind as me in the school of esoteric knowledge. I give them whatever they need, but man, the masses, fuck the masses. The masses only care about themselves. And so unless you're trying to be a hero, and I'm not trying to be a hero, screw the masses. Y'all get what y'all deserve. And you don't like people like me that tell you the real, that tell you to kiss my black ass. And that's exactly why I do what I do and I say what I say. People be sending me messages. What? You get more flies with honey than shit. Why do you talk that way to your followers and all of that? Man, fuck these niggas. These niggas only give a fuck about themselves, man. They only give a fuck about themselves. That's why the elite do what they do. That's why they thriving. That's why Palm Beach Pete is driving around in a goddamn drop top in Miami, all places with that goddamn crime rate. Come on, man. You a fucking idiot. They a fucking idiot. They know half of y'all wouldn't bust a grape. And they flaunt this shit in our faces because the majority of you who click and follow or see some shit on Instagram today, and tomorrow, totally forgotten. So me, as a realist, I just keep it real with the ones that really want the knowledge, man. The rest of y'all, I mean, at this point, can we even fault the system? It's not the system. It's you. It's you people who are at home. It's you people who put on uniforms and go to the police department at your jobs. It's you people who work in government. It's you people with these jobs where you in a position to do something and you will not do it. And so you keep going with the status quo. And it's you people who have sold the rest of us people out. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, is it you think it's a coincidence that there hasn't been a leader of the people since what? I don't know, Martin Luther King. You can't call Farrakhan a leader. He ain't doing shit. He ain't doing shit. You flex with a 1,000,000-man march. Why you ain't take that 1,000,000 men and, instead of marching on Congress, why didn't y'all stay down there until some type of change was effected? Surround the goddamn White House. It was a fucking million of y'all said. Why you couldn't surround the White House and say, we not letting nobody up in this motherfucker until, who was the president then? Obama? Why y'all couldn't effect some kind of change? Other countries in their country, they hit the streets, they shut down government, they go to their fucking White House and demand that the fucking leader leave. And it has happened so many times. The people just flood the fucking whatever they White House is. I done seen it on so many times in these countries where the people, millions of people, go down to the fucking White House and they're not going nowhere until who's ever in control leaves. And they put somebody else up in that motherfucker. And here we got a president whose name is in the Epstein files thousands of times. And people still supporting this nigga. Got us in a war with Iraq. Iraq ain't did nothing to us. United States, I mean, Iran, you've been off and on fighting Iran for Israel for decades. Only one real president said no, Kennedy. I mean, we not making no progress. In fact, we going backwards. We going fucking backwards. See, by me waking up at a young age and realizing what was going on, and being 58 right now, I can look back and tell you, man, we are definitely going backwards. They through psychological means, and when I say they, I'm talking about the system. They through psychological means have managed to turn our society into a non-caring for society, a selfish society. You go back to the 60s, people spoke to each other on the streets. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? You walk down the street today, nigga barely look you in the eye, let alone speak to you. It was a sense with all the stuff that was going on back there, the wars. Look at the wars that was protested. The Korean War, the Vietnam War especially. These wars were protested massively in the streets. Now here we are in a war, and they protested. I give them that. They trying. Certain people are trying, but the masses ain't down there doing nothing, which I don't think people understands. When the people as a whole say we reject something, you're supposed to take your ass to, where the decisions are being made and protest and be willing to be out there for the next 7-8 days, because what makes the system appease the people is when you shut the system down. So even though, look, they don't have no kings protest, all right, in different cities, it didn't shut the cities down. And there's really not enough people doing it to even make some noise. They just, and then they do the reverse psychology thing. All we know, this is George Soros. For all we fucking know, this could be fucking George Soros saying, we gonna do some reverse psychology on these dumb fucks. We will institute Black Lives Matters because nothing is going to ever become of it, but we'll make some noise for them. We'll institute a No Kings protest against Trump, but nothing will ever come of it. This way, we control both sides. We control our own narrative, but now we control the voice of the people. Because niggas is so stupid, you thinking somebody else is handling your business for you just because they hold a title that says No Kings, or they hold a title Black Lives Matter. You think I'm a smart motherfucker, I'll give you that. But it's smarter people on their side. They got a think tank. All right. You think that think tank didn't come up with years ago? Hey, I got a great idea we could do to keep control of the stupid masses. What's that idea? We will be their voice for them. What? Yes. We will be the voice of the civil rights movement. We will be the voice of LGBTQ. We will be the voice of any and every minority thing there ever is. And that way we can monitor it and keep tabs on it so that it never gets out of hand. And because the other people, everybody that sits at home, you don't want to leave your comfy home. America is soft. So for some of you that will and that have got out in these streets, they found a way to pacify you. So they show this shit to you on television. Oh yeah, it's people out here. So guess what? Damn, it's a lot. You being an activist, a home activist, you sit at home, you watching the news or whatever, and you like, oh well, they got a presence here. They got a presence down there. Well, that's cool. I don't need to go. I don't need to go. There's a presence down there. Not knowing that that presence is fake, phony, and false, and it's designed to keep you real leaders at home, or you people who are fed up. It diffuses your anger. It's a perfect idea. It's kind of almost like, do you really think Burger King is owned by a different company other than McDonald's? Do you really think Burger King is owned by a different company than McDonald's? You see what I'm saying? It could be easy as that. You thinking you got a choice. Do I want some McDonald's or do I want Burger King? Burger King got the best burgers, but McDonald's got the best fries. And oh, I like McDonald's fish sandwich, even though these niggas for decades still have not learned how to put the goddamn cheese squarely on the goddamn fish. And why is the goddamn tartar sauce always running off, dripping in my goddamn lap? This shit. Man, please believe these niggas is running us. We not doing nothing slick. And so we see the uptick in social awareness now with conspiracy theories. But people really, you just really don't understand what that means. It means your demise is very near. That's what it means. You think the government, do you really think the government cannot keep lids on things? People like, yeah, the veil is lifted. Nigga, who you think lifting the veil? The fucking government. They don't have their foot on your neck from the beginning of fucking time. They have control every narrative that there is. And you think all of a sudden because of what? Social media? That you're winning? You're not winning. You are not winning. You will never win. You want to know why we'll never win? Because until people understand this point right here of which I'm holding, you are never going to win any goddamn thing. You live in a dome underwater built by, and I'm just going to keep calling them the system. The system. So I don't know what people are, what do you expect to happen? What you think gonna happen? The government is gonna change its policies on different shit because you know something? Nah.
Let me throw something at you, Rob.
Go ahead, Steve.
So, I agree that, yes, if people come together and literally around the White House in a true democracy, things could change. We're not in a democracy. We are a corporation. It is money. So, Million Man March, you guys would have put out there for days. They brought the army in and killed everyone. Because they don't fucking care. It's about the money. Always about the money. So, we can change things, but it's going to be very, very bloody. And we're going to have to get literally just about everybody together to do that.
You're right.
Because, I mean, the level of violence that these people are willing to inflict on children, You can't talk to that. You can't reason with that.
Mm-mm.
The only option is fucking killing people.
It is.
That's the unfortunate bit. That is the fucking truth.
Do,
It's fucking truth.
do some of y'all old in here, Raj, Steve, some of y'all, do y'all remember when the veterans of, I think they was veterans of the Vietnam War had staged like a sit-in down at the White House, and Eisenhower or something, I forget which war, but I think it was Eisenhower, President Eisenhower, one of them presidents. They brought in Douglas MacArthur, and they attacked the veterans, like killing them. They had set up, it was like they had set up like a shack town down there by the White House. They had set up a shack town, and what they was doing was they were not getting they was promised VA benefits after the war. I forget which war, it might have been World War One or whatever, I forget. But they wasn't getting none. And so they was, these are ex-soldiers. They was like, fuck this, well, we going down here then. And they didn't take no guns or nothing like that, but uh, the United States government response was they brought in Douglas MacArthur, who planned and staged, and then they attacked and killed these veterans of the United States armed forces. They attacked them and killed them. They pushed them across a bridge, and the order was for MacArthur to stop once he pushed them back across a bridge somewhere, some bridge down there, and he pursued them like a real fucking war. This is what the United States, you don't hear about that, but this is what the USA did too. And so even though I'm saying, yeah, we gotta, stand up and all that together, whatever. I mean, just like Steve said though, the only reason I'm saying is because that's the only way, but I know what the outcome gonna be. Anybody that resists, they're gonna kill them. But see, the whole point of that is it's more of us than it is of them. So even though 1 million may go down there and all get massacred, if the other 187 million or however many in the United States don't get your ass up out of, if you don't take up arms, I don't know what the hell would be wrong with you, because they would kill them, every single last one of them. In a peaceful protest, your government will kill every last one of those unarmed people and wouldn't blink. But my whole point would be, if that don't inspire every man, woman, and kid that can, hold one of them things up and aim to do something, I don't know what would. And then you got to ask yourself a really big ass question. What the fuck who are these American soldiers that's killing unarmed Americans because of the government told them to do it? Do we really got some dummies like that? Yes, we do. We see them all the time on social media. They wear police uniforms, army uniforms, National Guard uniforms. It's like these niggas are, you give them a program, they don't know how to, like reason with right or wrong. I was just following orders. So you shot that family. I was just following orders. Yeah. I mean,
You're just the one that follows. I gotta do it this. I gotta do it this way. I gotta do it this way. This fucking non-player character.
this what people don't. Go ahead.
I'm confused about something, and I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
If the U.S. is initially owned by the British, how in the fuck was the Israelites giving orders to the U.S. president if they are purchased and bought by the British?
Because we got to go one step above. That's one of the levels that they let us see. So here's the levels they let us see. They got us thinking, male versus female. Then it's white versus black, and then it's Republican versus Democrat, and then it's elite versus the common people, and then it's this country versus that country, and then there's bloodlines versus this bloodline. These are the levels that they allow us to see. When you keep going to the top, it's only one person at the top, and that is the Anunnaki. And all these other divisions is merely to keep the people confused, because people are arguing at every single level of that. So what does that mean? We already divided and conquered if you believe in any of those levels. So if you believe you're a black man, if you believe you're a white man, if you believe you're a male, if you believe you're a female, if you believe you're a Republican, a Democrat, or American, or whatever, you already divided yourself away from the masses. When we are all one, this life ain't real. So what are we truly? We are all souls that's down here locked in these fucking bodies, and that's all that they care about. They don't care about these other levels. It's your soul that make that sun glide across the sky. It's your soul that make oxygen breathable for the physical bodies. It's your soul that provides the energy for the water to have currents and shit. Like, it's our souls that power this whole fucking game called life. And that's all they care about, because they had to invent all the other shit that comes with living a life so that they could get the work out of you without you seeing yourself as a slave. If you don't see yourself as a slave, you will never revolt. So if they push a system on you, whether it's a free market society like the United States, or a communist society like Cuba, or former USSR, or Vietnam, Korea, North Korea. I mean, if it don't matter which system you choose. But the bottom line is, we all are slaves. We are human soul. We're not human souls. We are souls enslaved. Enslaved souls. That's the bottom line. That's how they see everything. The rest of this stuff that we debating and stuff, it's stuff that keep you divided. Because the minute you say, I'm a black American male, them three descriptions just divided me from I'm black. So I just took away the Asian and the white. Camaraderie is not what I'm thinking, but being a part of inclusiveness, right? So I just isolated myself from inclusiveness by saying I'm black. Then I said I was a male. So now I'm separated from the women. And I said I was an American. Now I'm separated from the rest of the world. I did this. I separated myself using these definitive titles that they give us to identify with, when none of those identity markers are accurate. It's not true. I'm not a black American male. I'm a soul trapped in a body. And until we can get to that point, which we probably never ever will reach, then what they have done, every time they reincarnate you, every time you die, even if you go into the light, you figure out one thing when you die. Every time you die, you figure out one thing. You want to know what you figure out? You are not a black American male or a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. You ain't none of that shit. You figure out when you die that you are a soul and you are a part of the universe. That is the one realization, no matter how stupid you are, you're going to figure out when you die. Even if you go into the light, you're going to figure that one out. You see what I'm saying? And so they wipe your memory clean. When you go into the light, put you back down here in the baby body, erase everything you know, and you learn what? From the ignorance around you. And you take on the identity, you throw off the identity of true self, that I am one with the universe. You throw that off, which means if you one with the universe, what does that mean? I am God. If God created the universe, and I'm just using technical terms here, ignorant terms, if God created the universe and you know you one with God, why, when you get in your human body, you don't keep that same thought? So you trick yourself, your parents, everybody's in this cycle of ignorance. And by the time you reach an adult, 18 years old, you can thank your parents for fucking your life up. Because that's what they just did. They just fucked your life up. And you will be lucky in life to ever discover a path of esoteric knowledge again for most people. And so the system will teach you the same lies that they had your parents teaching you. And then they will reinforce these lies with penalties and make it almost impossible for you to ever wake up. And so that's the truth. And so when a person who is, still seeing this, still able to pull your coat and say, listen, you need to get the soul trap session. You need to know what to do in the afterlife so that you do not keep coming back here. And you look at me and you say, I'm not going to pay. Well, the soul trap session is $99 right now for a limited time. So you say, I'm not going to pay you $100 for your knowledge. I'm going to go pay Nike $150 for some pigskin shoes. Or I'm going to the club this week. I'm not buying your shit. I want to get drunk and have a good time. I got a trip coming up. My kids need shoes or clothes. Yada this and yada that and this and that and the other, this and that and the other. And then your dumb ass die. Find out that I'm right because that knowledge is right here for anybody to figure it out. That when you die, you will feel the oneness of the universe. Which means what? Your religion's fake, phony, and false. Nobody's coming to save you. Everybody that's seen Jesus in the afterlife and lived to tell about it said, what about Jesus? He took him into the light. And we know for a fact, to the light, you get reincarnated. So I don't know where you people get Jesus is going to save you. What, do you understand that? I say I'm saving you. What, if I say the soul trap session saves you, what is your next question to me? Save me how? You're going to say save you how, right? Newsflash, bitches. When Jesus said, if you think Jesus said he's coming to save you, why the fuck you didn't ask this nigga, save you how? What makes you think everything is for your benefit when it comes to beings that's not of this world? Why do you think aliens are here to help you? Why do you think Jesus is here to help you? When you look at his father, was Jesus' father, Yahweh, was he here to help? Didn't he kill all of the earth? Didn't he flood all y'all niggas out? Why the fuck, who's coming to save you? So you telling me Jesus, who lives in the same house with his father up above, is going to go against his father for you niggas who his father flooded the fuck out and killed every last one of you motherfuckers. And Jesus want that smoke for you. Man, get the fuck out of here with this goddamn tomfoolery you fucking niggas is on. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? This man, Jesus, is still up there with his daddy. So if you think God sent his son down to save your ass, even who would his son be saving you from? God. So the father, let me get this fucking shit straight. So the father who was killing the fuck out of you niggas sent his son down here to save you niggas. And the only person Jesus will be saving you from is his father who wants to kill you. This, would somebody please type in the comments, how do you come by this reasoning? Please. I'm just curious. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm at a loss for words. I'm truly at a loss for words. Each and every one of you fucks should have your ass in this class trying to fucking learn something, because what you think and what you believe and what you know makes you a goddamn idiot. You are a fucking idiot. A simpleton. You don't have a brain. You the scarecrow from the Wizard of fucking Oz. Because many of you still holding on to this thing of thank you God when you wake up in the morning. I thank God for all this dumb shit.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Can y'all hear me? Or is that just Steve? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? If you can hear me, okay.
Yeah, we hear you now.
All right. Hold on. Is our friend in here? We got two unknowns in here today. Let's see which one is. Well, they both muted, so.
Yeah, you're real echoey.
And laggy. Kick them motherfuckers.
Uh-huh. Every fucking class. Every fucking class. It shows we're on to something, guys. It shows that we're on to fucking something.
You may have to shut down and restart the whole class.
All right, I'll do that. Let me, y'all come back.
Goodbye. There are 10 participants in the conference. Please announce yourself. The recording has started.
All right, is that better? Do we have a better connection?
Yeah.
All right.
It sounds better. I just logged out the call, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so hopefully everybody else will come back in. I think the reason it be lagging like that is because FBI, CIA, whoever the fuck it is, they are the unknowns that come into our class. Because when I click on muting them or deleting them, it kicks me out of the system, or it'll mute my mic. So that's nothing but the government doing that, you know.
I just got kicked off.
Yeah. So nothing but the government doing that. They want to know, you know. I mean, look, if you killed David Wilcox, I'm pretty sure you want to know what the Rraw Report is talking about, you know. Um, but yeah, so
Have you thought about switching platforms?
uh, well, it's, yeah, it's just where you gonna run? Where you gonna hide? You can't. When they said they could walk through walls and go invisible, you know, that's like yesterday. I was telling my partner this yesterday. He had called me telling me about, you know, he's just not waking up to a lot of things. So he was like, man, I see the video. What you was saying is true. So, you know, I go through this with him and I just, you know, but the whole thing about it is this, you know, the whole world is controlled. And the only thing that could ever stop this is if the whole world just said, fuck it, we ain't doing shit. That's then you would see the giants come out. They got a plan B if the whole world was ever to decide to rebel. Oh, you can best believe there's a plan B. There is a plan B. We'll never see it at this rate. We'll never see what the contingency plan is if the whole entire world said, you know what? We tired of you greedy motherfuckers. It's enough wealth for everybody to live a good life. And we gonna sit the fuck down until everybody's fucking bank account, until everybody is you know represented equally and wholly, and everybody got some money instead of the select few. Because while they got us sitting up here acting like they show us, oh, if you work hard, this, that, and the other, you will get this. Man, that is a fucking lie. They control who get what opportunities. They control everything. It's presented to us as if it's real, but it's really an illusion because collusion, meaning people getting together behind closed doors. Collusion is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a real thing. And what they try to do is get rid of the avenues for people so people won't be able to discover that oh that company wasn't lucky that got that government contract. There was no luck about that shit. All right. Uh, Michael Jordan didn't just get that break to go to college and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Steve Jobs, Apple, Bill Gates, hell, Mark Zuckerberg. How come we don't hear no more about Mark Zuckerberg's friends? Donald Trump came up with Truth Social, which is a social platform that is doing well for him. Do you know how many people, including myself, have tried to develop a social platform? And I'm talking about people with money. Why they stuff ain't doing good? Ain't nothing in this world as it seems. And the only thing these people, the Anunnaki, care about is just the work. The work has to be done. They don't give a shit about nothing else. It's work, 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 work. Which, when you hear that statement I just said, work, 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 work. So one of your biggest stars has a song that says work, 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 work. You think that's a fucking coincidence? It's not. And a lot of movies and music and stuff like that relay what they want to be, what they want uh, the masses to know. You know what I'm saying? When they tell you you only live once. It's just, man, we just kind of makes you for me, it kind of makes me ready to check out. You know what I'm saying? Because I do get tired of it. It makes me, I just be like, what's the use? I don't like doing useless shit. You know what I'm saying? But I keep telling myself, well, I must be here to fight the good fight, even though I know I'm gonna lose this fight of trying to wake people up. I must be here. That's the only thing that drives me, really. That's I'm gonna fight this fight, but on my own terms. I'm not gonna turn myself into a martyr for a stupid ass public, that just idiots. They idiots. Every time I turn on TV, I hear somebody say the masses are stupid. And we know they are. Like, we really know they are. Just dummies. Idiots. Most people only care about their own nafs and desires. That's all they really care about. They don't care about the next man. They don't even care about their neighbors no more. Imagine that, living next to somebody for years and don't even talk to them, or they could be over there fucked up and you over there doing good, and if they don't reach out and say something to you, you will never know. But the reason they don't reach out and say nothing to you is because they don't feel like they can. The world is just a different place from when I was growing up, man. And you thought it would get better. You thought that people would come together, but it's been the exact opposite. It's just been the exact opposite. So, while I do agree with people, talking about the so-called Great Awakening, it's not for the benefit of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't. So you look at all this knowledge being shared on social media, and what has it done? Has it changed the dynamics of anything? No, it hasn't. You know, People like me, I'm trying to make a real difference. I mean, do I look rich to fucking anybody? Do I really look rich? I got on some $5 goddamn Temu glasses. A fake ass chain that costs about $8. Do I look rich? The class is $35 a month. Do you think I'm getting rich off this class? With my little $5 Temu glasses on? Does anything in my background make a motherfucker think I got money? And then compare that to when you go look at some of these other so-called social media influencers. The nice ass kitchen in the background when they be in the kitchen, the fucking nice house. You know that one woman who's using her son to tell y'all stuff. I don't know why the fuck you even listening to this motherfucker, because he's 7 years old. Anything he's saying, she's telling him to say. So she been doing all her social media from her car. Notice how when she first started, she was in a piece of a shit car. Now she's in a car with some fucking, you could tell it's a very expensive car. I'm just like, man, it's crazy. All right, well, we're going to finish up the book of Enoch. We are on the book of Giants. We're going to finish this up, man, because I want to get the book of Enoch conference in that I did last year, which is about 6 hours, and it's a movie type of thing. But we're going to have to wrap up this book of Giants, which we are only 20 pages away, but it's like that hallway gets longer and longer as we try to, close this book out. Kudos to the class. The majority of this class, I'm talking about the fucking majority of this class. We got 51 members. The majority of this class has been here for the past 7 months from day fucking one. And I don't know what I'm gonna do for you guys, but when we get to a year, I think I'm thinking about writing a special book that only you can get. That's gonna be strictly for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do a one-on-one with y'all. But I'm gonna do that one-on-one with y'all for free before I write that book, because I wanna give y'all, you know, after talking with y'all for a few hours individually, you know, I already got insight on a lot of y'all that do talk. You know, I got already some insight on y'all, but I would like to do a one-on-one with, you know, we got a lot of people that don't speak, and we got a lot of people that don't even attend. They just watch the things every week because they can't make it. But yeah, I want to do something like that, something for y'all that y'all could have and put it in a book form, especially for you, you know. So not all it, you know, be the school of esoteric knowledge, and just have all y'all in there, man, just to show some type of appreciation. Because you don't have to do this. And this ain't like no, look, y'all come here once a week, and we be on from 6 to 12 at least. This is not like a regular class. We've all taken classes. Some of y'all are in class, like Shevers was talking about. That if they told you you had to take a class once a week that's going to be 6 hours long, I can guarantee you, would none of you motherfuckers be in that class? You'd be like, 6 hours? Hell no. So the fact that you here and have been coming to this since September 7th for 7 months, man, that's something, man. Don't let nobody, man, based off of that track record alone, even if you don't make it to a year, man, all right, don't let nobody tell you you can't do something, man. Y'all can do anything you want, because there's no fucking way. Like, even I would not attend a class every week for 6 hours of fucking class. That's just, it's too much. And I would be thinking like, well, what's gonna keep my attention for 6 goddamn hours? But that's how big the rabbit hole is. We've only scratched the surface. You know, we done read probably about 4 books, maybe. Talmud of Emmanuel, Pistis Sophia, Books of Jude, Book of Enoch. What else we read? That's 4. I think there's one more in there. Oh, Egyptian Book of the Dead. That's 5. I don't know if it's something I'm missing, but hey, that's 5 ancient texts that y'all have read, that y'all have a good understanding about, that you yourself could tell somebody about. Meanwhile, all these people sitting at home that could have joined the school and can still join the school of esoteric knowledge, they don't know shit. You don't know shit, people at home. You really don't know shit. You don't know shit. And the reason you don't know shit is just you don't have a willingness. I don't know what the fuck wrong. Something wrong with y'all. Something wrong with you. Just say it.
Well, bro, that very same love that people got for Jesus is going to be used against them. They don't even fucking realize it, man.
They don't. They don't. And you know, that's still the that's actually like the reason why Jesus keeps repeating. So when people don't understand, Jesus is telling you he's been reincarnating. All right. So now do you understand why Horus, you know, died, rose from the dead 3 days, had 12 disciples, all that other shit, birthday on November 25th, I mean December 25th. People thinking this like, well, Horus was made up. Horus was not made up. Horus was a real person. People think Mithra and all the other ones that I posted and that some of you guys know about, they think those people never existed. Those people did exist. And that's why we have them in ancient history. That's why they are remembered because somebody saw them, somebody wrote down this shit. And so it would be stupid of us to think these were different people. It was the same soul, different name. So now you got Jesus in our modern lifetime. People don't understand. What are you looking at? You looking at the same fucking system, the same person, different name. That's it. Same system, different name. Same person, different name.
And you know what, Ron? Since Horus had his own disciples, he was tricking them into reincarnating into the same soul trap system.
Yep. And who look, who's to know if the 12 disciples ain't the same too?
They're reincarnated into the same.
That whole crew. That whole crew.
I can see that because we have already established that Jesus is a damn near fucking clone and shit.
And then look, who's running the who is Jesus doing this for? His daddy. So you mean to tell me, because they deal in souls up there, not human bodies. So you mean to tell me the demiurge, creator, whoever you want to call him, right, is not sitting up there saying, well, my so-called son, it's time for you to get the boys together. It's time for y'all to go down there and do it again. We got a whole new crew.
I can see that shit.
We got a whole new crew, y'all. It's 2026. And look, their reward is after they do it, after they come down here and do the whole Jesus thing and then they all die, they probably go back to Nibiru or fucking someplace on vacation. Then they get a call from, Daddy God down here, the demiurge, like, hey man, when y'all coming through it? It's almost time for the and they like, shit, we can do it whenever you want, Pops. Yeah, get the crew, man. I'm gonna send y'all down there in about 100 years. They ready for another go round. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. That's what we're looking at when we say, oh, Mithra was Jesus, Horus was Jesus, and the rest of them. They've done it hundreds of times. That's why they tell you history repeats itself. Because if it's not broken, why fix it? There's no need to reinvent the wheel. We'll just rename the wheel.
To be honest with you, these fucking disciples have probably been used across the cosmos to play the same fucking role.
You know what? That's right. It's called franchising. It's called franchising. Why should we keep McDonald's to one restaurant and let the whole world travel to wherever the fuck it was? No, we're going to put a McDonald's in a town near you. I was watching Common Sense he narrating a special that he produced. It's called Soul Power. It's talking about the ABA, American Basketball Association. I think it's on Amazon. Real good. If you like basketball, real good thing to watch. So back then, you could buy an ABA team for like $5,000, right? And so these brothers named Silna, they bought a team. I forget the team, right? So they bought a team. So when the merger came, when the ABA merged with the NBA, they only took 4 teams from the ABA, and those was the best 4 teams that had the best. Well, you can't really say that had the best marketing arena where they sold out their arenas, because a couple teams that like Kentucky had a team called the Colonels after the Kentucky Fried Chicken thing. So the Silna brothers is the ones who actually franchised the Kentucky Fried Chicken thing, all right, and took care for a while. So these were the brothers that bought that had a team, American Basketball Association team called the Kentucky Colonels. Well, the NBA decided not to take them teams. They only took 4, and at the time it was only 7 teams. So 3 or 4 teams or whatever got left out, right? But look what the Silma brothers did. The Silma brothers said, well, since you're not gonna take our team, but you taking 4 teams, which is going to dissolve this American Basketball Association, you taking away our livelihood, basically. So what they did was they put a stipulation in there, just them though, not the other owners, just them. They made the NBA sign a, a, a contract that for the 4 teams you taking, even though they're not Kentucky Colonels, for the 4 teams you taking, we will get, what was it, a third? I forget what the percentage was, right? We will get a percentage of those 4 teams TV rights, and they never put an expiration date on it. They just said we gonna get, and I think it was a third, right? But back then, because TV wasn't really playing that game, it was nothing. So people was like, pfft. So the NBA was like, we'll sign that deal. That ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting nothing. That's like, we're gonna be giving you like a couple $1,000s a year. Well, since there was no expiration date on that motherfucker, guess how much they made on that contract from the ABA until the NBA finally said enough is enough. Let's buy these dudes out. They made almost $1 billion. They made $800 million off of that penny ante contract. Till the NBA finally said, you know what? We can't keep paying these guys until they die. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they bought them out. So technically, they made $1 billion off of that.
That's getting royalties off the NBA.
Yeah, just getting royalties. Off 4 teams. Not the whole NBA, just off 4 teams. The Nuggets, the Nets, and 2 more, I forget. Oh, San Antonio, and it was 1 more team. They got paid.
The Rockets?
No, not the Rockets. Rockets was an NBA team. But anyway, all right. Anybody got anything they want to say or something? Anything on your mind? Anything you've been through this week?
I have a question, bro.
Go ahead.
What is the most powerful thing that you could do as a human that would make your soul more powerful?
Don't give a fuck. That's the most powerful thing you can do as a human being to prepare your soul for what you're about to encounter, is stop giving a fuck. Don't give a fuck about nothing. Rent due, I ain't got it, fuck it. Woman problems, fuck it. Kids acting a fool, fuck it. Fuck all this shit. Don't give a fuck about nothing. Don't let none of this shit stress you. Whatever handle what you can handle. Say fuck whatever else. That's the best advice I could give you, because if you go into the afterlife as a person who was always responsible in life, they gonna have your ass running crazy. They gonna have you running crazy. You see what I'm saying? That's why, I try to keep things very simple for you guys. Like, I try to focus. We could be in here talking about, I don't even be telling y'all to fucking meditate. Because at the end, as long as you know what to do, okay, if I die right now, bam, I'm on the other side, right? And I'm like, fuck it. So I know what I'm supposed to do. And I if I'm not bullshitting, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. But let's say here they come, right? Okay, so here you come with the whole, who was that? My dead mama? Bitch, get the fuck out my way. You not who you say you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, beat it. Oh, who are you to be? Jesus, God, man. If you don't move your ass, put a foot up your ass, man. We don't do this. I don't give a fuck. Do it. Why are you even telling me? Just do what you gonna do. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm doing this. Now, the only way I'm gonna give a fuck is if you try to stop me. Then I'm gonna, instead of doing this, I'm gonna try to do this on your ass. You know, I just dumbed it all the way down. Just make it, just do the soul trap. That's it. Somebody try to interfere, go as hard as you fucking possibly can on their ass. Get back on the trail to the soul, to the escaping the.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Because once you start complicating things,
Yeah,
then that's just
you know,
I see what you mean.
it's also like, and the reason I give that type of advice is because that's how they control you in this life. When you care so much about this, that's what people. That's why people took that shot. They cared about their job. I didn't. I said, fuck it. It won't be the first time I ain't never had a job. What the fuck? I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be all right. I was not concerned when they fired me. Oh, I'm gonna pay the rent. Them thoughts never entered into my mind. I got about $800 in my bank account. The rent is coming up. It's $1,200. I don't give a fuck. The rent been getting paid somehow. It'll get paid somehow. I don't give a. I mean, I'm really at that point, man. Like, you know, these niggas could bust in the door today and say, threaten me with all kind of shit, and I would just be looking at them like, I'm supposed to be scared. I mean, like, what's the worst you can do to me? Kill me? I'm supposed to be scared of that. This is why I keep telling people to get the soul trap session, because once I realized death is not what people think it is, once I realized it's just a transition from the physical to the spiritual, and then now I get all my powers back. I don't get all my knowledge back, but I get all my powers back. I'm supposed to be, why would I be scared of that? Have you ever went to a new school before? We all probably don't experience going to a new school. And if not, just going to that next grade, you know, when you leave elementary and going to junior high, that's like going to a new school. You're going to see some people you know, but I mean, you know, I've been to the joint. I experienced walking into a prison, hearing niggas call out, you gonna be my bitch and all of this shit, knowing that I'm gonna kill one of you niggas up in here before I be somebody's bitch. I
Yeah, I was
mean,
going to bring that up, Raw, because your experience is different.
yeah, I get that. So I try to relate it into things that, you know, I know a lot of people ain't had some of these, you know, but see, this is what shaped me and got me to the point where I think I can help other people. If you haven't had that type of life, that's why I am. That's why. But I'll tell you this. I know you get the soul trap session, all right, and you understand. You're not afraid of death. I was just watching. Do y'all watch that show called The Boys, which is like a superhero show that's on Amazon? So they got the 5th season out, right? You know, look past all the gay shit they doing on here. I ain't never seen so much. Like, they showing these niggas asses and dingalangs on this motherfucker. All right? I cannot believe this. Okay? But anyway, they they started making a point of talking about all the different conspiracy theories on this show, right? So, and they doing it so much in this last season that you can tell that it's being done purposely. And when I see shit like that, I'm looking at this whole thing as a whole. I'm looking at the big picture, and it seems like the system now is going out of its way to tell you stuff like the earth is flat, you live in a dome underwater, you know, the system is going out of its way to seems like alert the public about these so-called conspiracy theories, right? So that's a red flag in itself, because it's not just on one show, it's on a bunch of shows now. You know what I'm saying? That they talking about this type of content in different kind of ways. You see what I'm saying? Whether they putting it out as a joke or exploring it some kind of way, but they making it a point to put it out there. But anyway,
They're desensitizing.
yeah, you can say that too. That's what they're doing. All right. But yeah, you know, look. People are afraid of death. The reason I brought that boy is one guy on here. I'm gonna make a video of it. Father dies, all right, or is dying, and his father say something like, I don't want to die. I'm afraid. Everybody's afraid to die. You want to know who's afraid to die? All the ignorant people. All the ignorant people are afraid to die. I don't want to die. I'm afraid. And what come out their mouth? I'm afraid. What else? I don't know what to do. Them two statements. Really, the I don't know what to do is driving the I'm afraid, because you only fear the unknown. If you had a plan and you knew what to do, you would not be afraid to die because you got a plan. So why you won't get the soul trap session is beyond me. That's a dummy move. That's a stupid move. The only thing in the world that's promised to you in death, and you don't want to have any type of plan, you just want to die and go on the other side and sit around and let other beings manipulate your stupid ass. Let them stick their finger in your ass or something, you stupid bitch. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you motherfuckers?
And that's exactly what the fuck happened with the disciples, because these damn disciples allowed themselves to be pawns for the grand scheme of straight selfishness of these motherfuckers just straight up using them. And I can't even believe that the disciples even let themselves be in the position that they were in. It's like they were created to even be in that predicament in the first place.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn.
I mean, I don't understand, man. I just really don't understand, you know. But yeah, that's the whole thing. So when people get the soul trap session and they study it and they really get, really understand what it's saying to them, then what are you gonna be afraid of? You got some imposters coming to you that's gonna do everything everything they possibly can to try to manipulate you. They going to show you shit. They gonna do shit. And it's gonna be convincing. It's not, that's what you should be afraid of. But people with the soul trap session, we know what our power is. We know what we can do, and we know exactly what that is. So it's nothing fearful. I'm not afraid. Okay, so the archons look like big black spiders. Do I like spiders? No. All that's gonna make me want to do is, go Wonder Twin powers activate, form of a boot, and I'm gonna step on them motherfuckers. Like, I mean, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not afraid. They would, like I say all the time, they would be better to just, step aside. Don't even show up. Don't even show the fuck up. Because it's drama with me. I'm petty like that. It's going to be drama. I'm going to be petty with it. There's no reasoning, none of that. I'm pissed off at the life that you gave me. So I'm already coming in with an attitude hot. Coming in hot with an attitude. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not, when I die, it's not going to be like how normal people they see when normal people die, they go over there and all like this, timid, looking around and, scared of their own shadow. Somebody go boo, they're like, all that shit. I'm not coming over there like that. I'm angry when I'm coming.
No, exactly, man. I got a chip on my goddamn shoulder.
I'm goddamn mad.
Find the person that tricked me into covering.
Right. Which one of you motherfuckers is responsible for sending me to the joint? Which one of you motherfuckers is responsible for giving me diabetes? Which one of you motherfuckers is responsible for this, that, and the other? You see what I'm saying?
If anything, I'm going to be looking for the person that is responsible for sending me here. That's who I'm going to.
Yeah, which one of you niggas tricked me into this motherfucker to begin with? So yeah, I'm not afraid to die. I'm not afraid to see what's on the other side. They better be afraid of me, because I blame everybody on that other side, because I know you are a system. You are all a part of the system. So whether you the person that actually did it, it really don't make a difference to me. I hold all of you accountable. Not now one of you bitches showed up in a dream or any place else and whispered in my ear and said, hey, let me hip you on to something. So you are enemies to me. You are enemies. All
Hey,
right.
bro, would you classify the disciples to be in diverged souls?
No, no, they're around. Look, the very fact that they're around Jesus, even if in heaven, it's knowledge. See, it's knowledge. You pick up knowledge just being around somebody. I mean, they had to witness Jesus do a whole lot of different things that nobody else saw him do. The whole getting on and off of the UFOs. That alone would make a motherfucker see maybe it's hard to say in their capacity as far as what they knew back then because you never seen a UFO, right? We know today UFOs are technological wonders. They're not God created instruments. They are technologically based instruments, which to us, the class of the School of Esoteric Knowledge, we know that Jesus is not some uh, naturally advanced being. All right, when the garment of light in the Pistis Sophia was given to Jesus, that's what enabled Jesus to have all the powers that he had when he got the garment of light. So we know the garment of light must be what? Some type of technologically advanced suit or something that he wears or something that allowed him to do the things that he could do. So now if you was a disciple back then, you never seen, the only thing you ever seen fly in the sky was a bird. And then now here's Jesus getting on crafts, that fly in the sky. You would not, even back then, you would not think that this is a power of Jesus. If it was a power of Jesus, Jesus would fly himself like Superman. He was not. He was getting on a device, and who knows if the disciples even went into the device. But when that door opened, I'm pretty sure they looked in and seen all them flashing lights and seen seats and stuff like that, which would tell them, this is not some supernatural shit. This is more than likely, some stuff that's in the future to come. You see what I'm saying? So they wouldn't think it was. The disciples knew very well Jesus was, But see, the whole thing of what was Jesus telling them? See, we don't know exactly what Jesus was saying because Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John was not written by Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And the only book that we have where a disciple actually claims it is the Talmud of Emmanuel, and that is the disciple Judas Iscariot, who the church lied on and said, betrayed Jesus and sold him out, this, that, and the other. So you got two opposing sides. People can't see that because they won't read everything, or join the School of Esoteric Knowledge. That's why I made that the first text we read. The Talmud is so that people could see, well, you got the gospel saying this, all right, supposedly four eyewitnesses, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, saying XYZ happened. And then you got Judas over here, who all four of these guys said Judas betrayed Jesus. All of them are saying, the four gospels basically say the same thing. And we talking about a 2,000-year-old history. Never before in history has four dudes in history said the same goddamn thing. In history? No. No. No.
But you know what, bro? Possibility that the disciples were the same disciples as the has predated Jesus by thousands of years, there's a possibility that the disciple souls could be the merged souls because of the fact that they've been used.
Yeah,
Or possibly been used across time.
yeah. You talking about that the demiurge made them souls? Yeah, yeah. I believe that. I thought you was talking about the classification of a demiurge soul, meaning a soul after its desires and wants. No, but yeah, created by the demiurge. Yeah, most definitely. I believe Jesus is a demiurge soul. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what he tells us, right? Who sent them? His father. And we know your father is
Yeah.
is an Anunnaki or something. So, yeah, if they can make clones and if they can send people down here, like a Jeffrey Dahmer, Jeffrey Dahmer's in the bloodline. He could have been anything he wanted. He chose to eat black men and be gay. I mean, like, I don't think he like chose that. I think it was programmed for him to do that. And I think they could send anybody down here programmed to do anything what they want. I think if they get a hold of your ass, well, we already know if they get a hold of your ass, they can program you. And they was doing that with MK Ultra, back in the what, 60s, 50s, 60s. So, yeah, it's people programmed. I believe a lot of these mass shooters are programmed to do what they do. I don't think nothing in this world is real anymore. Anymore. And I think because of that, you have like now I'm extreme like dating and all that. I hate being a single man at this time. I wish to God I would have had a woman that came with me through, earlier so that I would be sure of who and what she is because today you don't know who or what you are getting. I do not move like I used to move, man. I'm telling you. Being a single man, just see a girl, nice looking, hook up, that over with. That shit been over with for 7 years. Can't do no shit like that no more. It's fucking
You know
aliens.
what, man?
It's aliens down in this
Infections are
bitch.
so high right now, man.
It's
That's another thing.
it's aliens in this motherfucker, man. You think she capping so good, nigga? That's cause she a reptilian. That's cause she a fucking reptilian. Girl got a big schlong and then he be up in you and you be like a fucking reptilian. But see, some girls is freaky. They don't give a fuck. Chris Brown told these hoes he was an alien, and then they turned around and paid, what was it, $1,500, $2,000 to have a picture with this nigga. I mean, make this shit make sense, man. Make it make fucking sense. Shit is crazy, man. It's crazy. And see, I'm not one of those people who say it'll never happen to me. That's why I take precautions. Because I'll be thinking, I'm the exact motherfucker this shit will happen to. You know what I'm saying? Just my luck. I meet a girl and I think she's slinging all that shit. This bitch put her tongue down my goddamn throat, literally. Literally. I met a girl down here. She was pretty, right? She was pretty. I met her at the gym. She was prettier than I guess she wasn't even made up because when I seen her again, she was even prettier than I thought, right? And we went up to the park and we were sitting up at the park. And I take shit slow. I'm really trying to see what the fuck you are, right? So this was like maybe the third day I had seen her. And she said, I want to kiss, right? So I was thinking she just wanted a peck because I still don't know your ass. You know what I'm saying? So I leaned in to give her a peck. Nigga, this bitch went all in. And I backed up like this, like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And I could tell I hurt her feelings, right? Because she felt rejected. And she was like, what? Did I do something wrong? I was like, no, I just thought you was going to give me a peck. I was like, I didn't know you was about to like try to make out up here at the park. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, that didn't last. But I'm not on that shit. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure I need to run some tests on your ass and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's aliens down here, man. It's aliens down here. And if I'm on the map with fucking the government, I would think I'm on the map with their ass too. So I'm not gonna be too quick to just.
Apparently to you, you already married one.
You know what? I think I did. I can only go by what I know. Nicest person you ever want to meet, but them pictures seem like she shapeshifted. Every alien thing, every close encounter, I guess you would call it, that I've had, I was with her. Gray aliens came into my house. They wasn't there for me. They put me in sleep paralysis and they was just checking her out. UFO, she being abducted and shit off the highway and stuff.
Oh, bro, do you think from those gray aliens incident that some of your DNA has been extracted from them?
Probably so. I don't think they would pass up an
Because
opportunity to.
because of the Mormon factor?
Yeah, probably so. It's probably some little Raws running around on a UFO some goddamn where.
No, but when it comes to that incident, have you ever thought about that possibility?
Yeah, because they want. I mean, practically everybody in the world has been abducted. All right, and how you know if you've been abducted is if you wake up at certain times at night. So that's practically happened to practically everybody. What's the least that they would want with a person is to get your DNA. That would be the least, because we gotta realize they work for a system. All right, the world is being flooded right now with bodies. You don't want everybody. You don't want, let's just say, you don't want 1 out of 100 bodies to start repeating in looks and stuff, right? So you need to get as much DNA to spread that out so people don't find out that somebody's mixing body parts and stuff like that. You know how to, what's his name, the fittest flat earther guy always doing the comparisons on, so they want more DNA. Just like a few years before AI, if you went on certain dating sites like Plenty of Fish, for example, if you ever been on Plenty of Fish and go back before AI, about 7-8 years ago, you had people putting inside of their profile that they do not give Plenty of Fish permission to sell their images. All right. Now people was doing that because they learned and found out that people was selling your pictures. All right. Now they wasn't selling your pictures because your picture might end up in some ad or something. That's not what they was doing. They was gathering photos for facial features. You see what I'm saying? So to use facial features, they needed more input so that they could diversify, and you could say maybe it was a prerequisite to AI, and this is why AI now produces images pretty much of people that don't exist. You see what I'm saying? They may resemble somebody, but it's not a person that does exist, because before that was going on, if you put your picture on the internet, 9 times out of 10, it went into a database to be used for something at some point. I mean, AI learns from the internet, basically. So when AI puts out a video of somebody that supposedly don't exist, you can almost guarantee yourself AI has pulled different features, has mixed features of bone structure from white, Asian, whatever. Like this, like if I produce a picture, and let's just say I'm the picture, this cheek may be from a person from the 1930s, an Asian guy, while this cheek over here may actually be the cheek of a white guy. This nose, on the top, the bridge may be from you know, a Jewish guy. The nostrils could be from tribes in the pygmy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So AI can break it down like that. You know, it goes much deeper than just doing a Mr. Potato Head when you replacing the nose and the eyes and the ear brows. You know, like when you do your NBA. I mean your Xbox characters. You make them up yourself. No, it's deeper than that. It's much more detailed than that. That's how they're able to put out people that resemble people, but it's not exactly the same. And then, you know, AI has the filter on that for AI, it cannot reproduce the exact same image that it generates. I'm saying so anytime, but now they allowing it to do like continue videos. You know what I'm saying? But like if you don't keep that same thread or feed in your AI, if you open up a new feed and upload that picture and that AI made itself and say recreate this picture, AI is gonna say I cannot recreate an exact copy, but I will get close to it. You got to stay in the same feed for AI to recreate, and consequently, I just seen damn, what's that dude that played in Joanna Man? He said he said these three white kids made a movie off their iPhones with AI, and they just sold it for $3 million. Because now with the AI, you could do like I said, if you stay in the same thread, you could develop a character and develop a movie. If you got a movie, you know, movie line or storyline, whatever, you could develop a character, and the AI will keep that same character in every scene you do. So yeah, you can now make movies and stuff off AI. It's gonna probably cost you, you know, $1,000 or some shit like that for the credits and all of that to keep going. But yeah, you can do that. Let me run to the bathroom, then we're gonna jump into the Book of Giants.
Yeah. Everybody all quiet. Everybody quiet, man.
Yo,
Y'all got a bit what's going on, everybody. Remember, I told you guys, like, you gotta do it right now. Just remember, y'all gotta, in order to exit the simulation, one of the ways is to, you know, but on another level, you know what I mean? When I want to go in and talk and things, you know, on another level, guys. So.
All right. Y'all ready?
Yeah, that's fact. If you don't embody it, then it goes out the window.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, check me in, bro. I'll be raw. Let me know, and you know, show you all. But you know, this is why sometimes I don't. Y'all see why I'm quiet for. I don't know if y'all see me quiet, but I'm quiet for a reason. You know, so but it just a lot of things I won't able to explain because, you know, like I said in the chat, you know what I mean. The energy and vibration got raised to that level because, you know, I could say some shit like, you know, and it won't be like everybody could believe it. So you know. visual, hearing and seeing and knowing. There's a lot of things to it. So, yeah, Raw, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, a lot of people are not going to probably get what I'm saying. But,
Right.
yeah. Hmm?
All right. Let me turn y'all around.
Yeah, but knowledge, though, guys, like I said, you learn the knowledge and master the knowledge and the energy, our own energy and frequency and vibration, because that's where you're going to exit the stimulation. You don't got your own shit. I'm telling you. They gonna look at you like, what you doing here? Or what you feel like you know. What you know?
Great.
The word is about integration. Think about like the construction. Think about the construction of one, right? The one being of oneself, right? And if one know himself within the power is in being, knowing, feeling, and beyond that, right? I don't want to go into furthermore. I don't want to continue with that, but yeah, guys, yeah, Ron, you know what I'm saying? Integration with embodiment, and you have to know, and you have to master these shit. If you have to not master the simulation, I don't care what nobody says. You don't master this thing. If you don't master your own energy, frequency, and vibration, and the knowledge, the power of the knowledge that integrate those both in this simulation before you move into the real world, because I believe everybody's going to reincarnate 99.9%, and this is why they said that. Because everybody that go over there did not master their own frequency and vibration. They're getting pulled. Why is something you pull you from the outside? We're supposed to master your own vibration and frequency, energy, and knowledge from within you. It's in you. So why are you looking out of you? And this is why people get pulled into the soul chakra and being reincarnated, right? Because once you know the knowledge, right? Everybody can be like, yeah, I know the knowledge. Yeah, but where your energy levels is at, bro? Do you know your own frequency? Do you know what you're vibrating on? Yeah, you know this. You read this, seeing this, but did you need attention? There we go. Did you master this? I can show you what you didn't master, but because your energy at this level, your energy is low, but you know the soul chakra. You know the soul
You
chakra.
probably look at people on their phone so hard, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
If they ain't say me.
You said what? So I understand that people have different views and stuff like this, but this is the one thing. All right. I deal in 100% factual things. All right. And I can prove it. So unless you go and actually research near-death experiences, which I've researched thousands of them, probably tens of thousands, you have a pattern. The pattern on the other side is when a person dies, their soul will enter an area of blackness. All right. And everything that you everything
to be honest, fam. I am going to like, but you can say what you say there, but it's not everybody can get a life review.
No, I didn't say a life review. I didn't say a life review.
If you actually master the simulation as you know is the simulation, right? And you master like I just said, the knowledge, right, of what you gain and acquiring in the simulation and your energy, frequency, and vibration, you can bypass that. You don't have nothing to hold on to. You don't have nothing to tie to.
Let me
master the knowledge, your own energy and frequency and vibration in the stimulation itself, right? You know the power within you, right? And you know nothing. There's no power outside of you.
All right.
So anybody who does not master in this embodiment, which is like the body is the container. If you don't master this shit in the container of the embodiment in this stimulation, then what you feel like you're going to know over there?
So let me say this, because you've made that point several times, bro. Now listen to me for a second. When you see, unless you can prove what you just said, which you cannot, then it's speculation. So how do you get proof for what you just said? You have to go and research near-death experiences. Near-death experiences are people who have died and came back to tell you about it. This is the only proof.
Well, I did do the NDDs. I do those. All of them being getting pulled. They're getting
okay,
pulled.
But just listen for a second. Just listen for a second.
They're getting pulled.
All right, so I want you to listen to me for a second. All right, so I can respond. All right. So here's the thing. When you look at near-death experiences, all right, a theme starts to
That shit crazy.
a theme starts
There's
to
no way they hit that bitch with the sander and they did, but that bitch ain't gonna look at it. Somebody must have been fucking throwing that bitch or something. For it.
so a theme starts to you see a theme when you look at near-death experiences. What's that theme? When a person's soul leaves a body, that soul enters into a dark area. All right. Then a light appears. Then someone will come out of that light. All right. These is the major things. Okay. Those major three facts. You're going to enter darkness, a light will appear, and then somebody coming out of the light. So let's break each of those three steps down. You go into the darkness. You're not a human being anymore. So whatever you did in life, don't as far as whatever it is you think, you're in a whole different place now. Thoughts matter. Your thought matters. Your thought matters so much that it will manifest itself into something. That's how much your thought matters. All right. Now, many people, it's impossible to like say because everybody's got something different going on in their mind at this time. So, we deal with the people who thought Jesus was going to save them or something like that. So they go into the afterlife, they go into the darkness as a spectator. And they just looking. All right, they looking and they waiting because they don't know nothing else to do. So they look, they wait. They are in reaction mode. They don't proact and do nothing. They wait to react to. So in every near-death experience where a person is reacting, they are being guided. All they see on their own. They're going to be guided. So you go into the afterlife, then you see the light. Somebody come out the light. They talking to you, whatever. All you doing is responding. Respond. So you in reactive mode. You're gonna be misled. They're gonna convince you to go on that light one way or another. All right. But people who got the soul trap, you're not in reactive mode. At least you shouldn't be. When you die and you realize you dead, you supposed to now be doing the steps that you learned to do. You should not be waiting on a tunnel of light. You should not be waiting to even encounter nobody. You should be going about your business because them seconds is valuable. You can actually get the hell out of here. All right, if you do what you're supposed to do. So there is no mastering of nothing except your thoughts, and you can achieve that simply by meditation. Mastering energy or nothing. Everybody is the same when they get on the other side. Your thoughts. There's nothing you can do in this life except go over and over again what you're supposed to do when you die. That's all you can do in the afterlife, because if I joke and play and say, hey, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. The reality of it, I'm talking shit. I'm gonna do what I told you to do in the soul trap session, and that's get the fuck out of here. Why would I try to play with an ancient being got ancient knowledge? I'm not a goddamn idiot.
Now ask that question.
You know what I'm saying?
Where are you going when you go over to the soul chat? Boom, when you die, you know the thoughts of soul chat. Where are you going? You know that you're not showing to no family or none of that. Where are you going? You say you're going back to source, but where is source? When you go over there?
Did you get? Bro, we can't see you. Switch your screen.
All right, Yaga, did you get the soul trap session?
We're not the soul chat session.
Okay, well, because I'm on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook right now, I'm not gonna tell you where I'm going because they need to pay just like you paid. But I'm gonna do what's in the soul trap, fam. All right. I'm not about to try to play with an archon
No, but I'm
who
saying
is
though, I'm
so
not
much
saying
smart.
play with the Orcon, but you saying facts. I'm just saying
The facts.
other levels of other things. You saying facts and thoughts, which can be calculated. Your thoughts, it can be calculated. You can read your thoughts, right? Like you said, you go over there, you can
Right.
read your thoughts. They know what you're
And you
doing,
can
they know
read,
what you're thinking, right?
and you
So
can
you
read
going
their
over there
thoughts.
mad and angry. They already know you're about to go over there mad and angry. So where you going when you're mad and angry after you're not dealing with them and you know that you're not going back to reincarnated, you're not going to the social? Where do you go when they already know what you're thinking and know what you're going to do when you go into the real world?
There is look. What you saying is there's no way. Look, I need, bro, you pissing me off, right? So I'm gonna advise you to be quiet for a second, all right? Because you twisted my words for one. Now I done gave you the goddamn soul trap section. It's clear in there what the fuck to do. If you don't know what the fuck to do, then you need to ask me, hey, Raw, I need you to tell me exactly. Because this is not a game. And I've been allowing you to talk a lot, bro. But please understand, this is a class I'm teaching based off knowledge that I done put down in research. This shit you talking about, this fucking master and energy and all that goddamn shit. Master, what fucking energy can you master in this fucking life when your soul is trapped in a goddamn body? Explain to me what energy.
So you gonna master the knowledge of no one around?
Look, ain't no mastering no energy, man. Ain't no mastering no fucking energy. I done let you say that bullshit before, but that shit is some bullshit you done read some Dr. York ass bullshit. I know where that shit come from. I know. I don't want you to do nothing, nigga. I want you to shut the fuck up and let me teach you. Because you can't you cannot negate what I'm saying. So since you can't, it seems like you trying to tell the class something different, man. I'm wondering what your fucking reasoning is, because the shit you saying is not nothing. Where that shit come from? Talk about master your energy and all this shit.
Energy built up and you ready for me, bro.
No, that's not how it works, bro.
Look at you, bro. Look at you.
Nah,
this is our teacher.
Yeah, this is your teacher to a nigga that won't shut the fuck up, and you misleading the class with this bull. You not here to teach, dog. You not here to teach. You here to learn. If you think you're not outgrown the teacher, then you need to leave. But that shit you talking about, telling the class to master their energy, explain what energy is you telling them to master?
Master the knowledge of the soul. Master the knowledge of the social section is fuckery. That's what you're telling me. Master the knowledge of the social section is fuckery. What you saying? You the one that's going through Alzheimer's and dementia, what the Anunnaki trying to take you out with. You never remember certain shit that you're fucking teaching the class sometimes, bro. Let's be real. Nobody's talking about this shit, bro. But I'm talking about it because I'm a fucking not follower, bro. I'm not a follower, fam. I've been to the joint. I've been to read the Bible back and forth. I just didn't say shit to you, bro. I'm not a sheep, bro. I just say, okay, facts is facts.
Then why are you here then, bro?
That's all I said.
And I'm telling you, listen, I'm telling you.
Everybody's a sheep.
Look.
Follow what you said.
Okay, look.
Because you don't really want to know the knowledge of the social section.
All right, so I muted you for a reason, because we're not going to do this back and forth. So I'm going to be quiet, and I'm going to let you talk. And then you're going to be quiet and let me talk, because you keep interrupting me every time I'm talking, and that's what's pissing me off. So once again, I'm going to give you a chance to say your piece, bro. And when it's my time to, I need you to be quiet. You're not respecting me. See, you said you've been to the joint, nigga. Well, you wouldn't be talking over me if we was in person, because I would say, all right, say your piece. And you would let me say my piece. And if you don't let me say my piece, then you know what we do in the fucking joint. But you ain't going to talk over me. God damn. Now speak. And when you done, say you done and listen. Speak. You got so much to say, bro. You got the floor. Talk.
Bro, man, you got a lot of energy for me, so do your thing, man.
No, talk. No, don't. No, you're not about to do that, bro.
Look, you're doing the same thing. Look at you doing. You're talking over me now. Look at this.
Because I'm telling you to talk. You saying you're not gonna talk. I'm saying talk, bro.
bro.
Talk.
You say let me talk and I'm talking.
Go
you're
ahead.
talking over me.
Okay, well, go
I said
ahead.
this is your class and I'm not saying nothing.
No, talk,
That's what I
bro.
said. I
Talk. See,
Your
look,
class and I'm not saying nothing.
look. Let me educate you real quick. Let me educate you real quick. You think because we got some. Hold on, I'm gonna mute you for a second. You think because we got some back and forth like this that I got animosity towards you, nigga? We talking. I respect you. So we look. Oh no, look, nigga. We family. We family, nigga. We not gonna always agree. That's why we got a class. That's why you got a forum. That's why I'm shutting the fuck up and let you talk. It's not always gonna be gravy, bro. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to make sure you get what you paid for. You see what I'm saying? So I want you to talk. We gonna fight. Family fight, nigga. We got the fucking on the right track. So I'm gonna shut the fuck up. You gonna talk and say your piece, and then I'm gonna say my piece. And it don't make me feel one way about you. I don't love you no less. It ain't none of that shit. I'm 58 years old, dog. I can have a disagreement with a woman, a man, family, a boss, a job, and not let it affect how we are and who we are. If we can't do that, we're not adults, bro. So I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna unmute you. You go ahead and say what you got to say.
That's not. I'm not saying all of that. This is not me. It's not my energy. I just said what I said, and you said I've been saying that ever since, and you won't allow me, and that is it. I'm not explaining. Everybody knows. Everybody feel like I'm talking off my phone and whatever the case might be. All I said was saying what I said. You saying I'm saying bullshit, leading everybody astray, and that is it. I said, fam, this is your platform. I'm not going over any disrespect. It's cool. Boom, boom, boom. You said I'm talking over you. I said, fam, I'm not doing that. You saying I'm doing this. I'm leading everybody astray. I didn't get the soul trap. And I said, okay, fam. Right? I leave it as that. All I said is your platform, and I'm not going beyond that and above that. This is your show. And I'm not taking that away from you or your fam. We're talking collectively. And that's where it's at, fam. Like I said, we can talk mutually, and that's what I'm doing. But I'm not taking nothing from a class or taking up something that you built 30 years of fixing it with your blood, sweat, and tears. I'm not doing that, fam. Like you said, we respect each other, whether near and far. Whether it's near and far, and you know what you're doing, you typically what you're doing and doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? I just said something, and if you felt the way, it's okay. Like you said, felt the way, it's okay. We can have disagreement. No problem.
I want you to reiterate.
You know what I'm saying? I just think okay, it's your thing.
I want you to speak on what you was telling the class, and you've been saying this for a few weeks now about the master and the energy. You know what you were saying. The LD. What's the LDM? You know what you made up last week, and that's what I want you to talk about.
Embodiment. I just said anybody that's in the class that's wanting to know the knowledge of what you're acquiring right now, right? Like I said, anything else left after that is your own vibration and frequency and your energy that's within yourself. That's in the soul. Otherwise from the body, the container, you know, you're limited to like your limited senses of seeing, but you can master these things, right? Like I said, with your own emotions, how you deal with people, to navigate your way throughout the simulation, right? How is what you're paying attention to. Right? Remember, your subconscious is the power that recorded everything, where you're consciously doing shit, you're consciously getting up, you're consciously going to work, you're consciously doing your errands, you're doing shit. But remember, your subconscious is literally in the back recording all this shit. So when you have dreams, you have to use the power now to discernment now to say, okay, what is the manipulating dream that you know, okay, you can shift awareness in your own dream, but if you're in the dream where you know that you're scared and you're feared and all these type of things that you're getting manipulated in your own dream, something that you're recorded in your subconscious or you're paying attention to or within your trauma or your fear, right? So those things that people don't deal with in themselves, those can become nightmares and dreams because you're not having necessarily your emotions, which is your energy. You can know the knowledge of one thing, but you're not dealing with the other thing. You get what I'm saying? You got to deal with the whole fullness. Somebody can say, okay, he have power, but I am powerful, right? Why he have the power, I am powerful because I deal with the whole fullness of things. right? So where I come up with my thing, I'm not implementing on none of this class. I have my own book that I write to myself. I have my own book that I write and I give to other people too as well. That in my little class as well. It's a learn, develop, and build with your own frequency and vibration, right? The knowledge and know your own power, right? Integrate those two, guys. Is oneness. If you integrate the knowledge and the energy into oneness, right, in yourself, then you become powerful, right? We know that we in the simulation itself, right? You know everything is fake, but you know you can navigate this. You can change realities. You can do all of this, right? It's not to say that you just don't have any power, bro, or you just can't do nothing at all. You're helpless. Yes, somebody running this zone, somebody controls these things. We know what's going on. That is the knowledge. Okay, so when you go over there now, and where is the energy level at? You know what I'm saying? So where you go over there, the other people on those sides would look at you. Where's the energy level at? You know what I mean? And that's where I was saying. That's all. I wasn't going any further on that. That's what I was saying. I wasn't saying to tell anybody to do this. I was just saying that's within me, and that's within just me dealing with, you know what I mean, the learning and developing and building. So you have to learn in the simulation. If you're not learning the simulation, then what are you doing? What are you actually doing in the simulation? Being an agent, being a clone, an NPC that's getting up every day going to work and just knowing the knowledge? Okay, so what are the other things that you're going to do? Because the other things there that is going to be continuously happening. So knowing the knowledge is one thing, and what is the other thing? That's something that is there. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically where it's at. You got the integration of this. So basically I'm saying the embodiment, the integration of yourself, you got to get it to where it's at. You know the knowledge and learn your energy. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. I was taking it from nobody. Yeah, we know the knowledge, the knowing the knowledge that we're doing right now, everything that we're acquiring right now, and I mean how you're matching your thoughts, how y'all guys is matching your thoughts every day on a daily basis. Who y'all talking to, who your family members, friends, family, y'all go out, what y'all do. Do y'all sit still by yourself? Do anybody sit still with themselves and just master their own thoughts? Everybody sit still and watch their own thoughts? Anybody sit still and trying to figure out themselves from within? Right? Because we can know the knowledge that we're acquiring right now. We read it daily. It's endless book. Like I said, history repeats itself. So there's a lot of support sessions before that, after this. That's going to continue going because a lot of sessions before this, right? So if it's history repeats itself, I mean, it's something that's there that, you know what I mean, that's acquired. So knowledge is acquiring, and we learning the knowledge, right? There's a different level of knowledge, another level of knowledge, should I say. And, you know what I mean? But learn, develop, and build, and you know how to navigate in the simulation, you know what I mean? But knowing the knowledge and not knowing how your energy is, not knowing how you're vibrating, not knowing your own frequency, that's another level. You can get up and say you know the knowledge, you know the social section, but how you're dealing with the knowledge on an everyday basis. Is it just every Thursday, or is it every single day? Because time is fake. If time is fake, fully and false in the simulation. What are you doing every single day, right? What are you doing every single day? Get up and working and coming across social session every Thursday, which is to get the knowledge, because you're getting a social session knowledge, which is advanced knowledge. Social session knowledge is advanced knowledge, and that is one part.
All right.
That's one power. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. That's one power. So what's the other power that needs to be integrated to become powerful? Which is the energy, vibration, and frequency that you have. Nobody can control Rraw. Nobody can control Ludwig. Nobody can control Steve. Why? Why? Because they know the knowledge, the advanced knowledge, and now they're dealing with the energy, vibration, and frequency. So whether the beings are invisible or not, they're visible or not, they're going. That's why they say we're in the joint. I think somebody in the joint will probably think twice. They're gonna be like, damn, so look at Rraw, man, quiet, son. But then, son, I don't know, so I want to go deal with that guy. But they're going to think twice before they come to Rraw. I said that to you when I back last year. I said, why are you in the joint? They're going to think twice to come to Rraw. Why would they think twice?
So
Think about it, guys.
So
So it's just an example of what you're saying, though.
So Yaga, what you were saying is along the lines of what I'm saying. You just saying it differently. All right. But this is the one thing that's coming across uh, a little bit different is because you yo so right now everything is a mindset, all right? Because this body limits us on what we can do, right? So you got old people, young people, athletic people, non-athletic, fat, skinny, whatever, bad knees, this, that, and the other. Some of these things, this goes along with what you were saying. Master what you know to be the truth, all right? So I tell people all the time, when you on the other side, you Superman. There's nothing you can't do. All you got to do is think it. All right. Now, I agree with what you said, mastering, thinking of this every day, because let's just say somebody in here and they got bad knees. They're not going to feel like Superman. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have bad knees for the longest. So they had to rework their life to compensate for bad knees. And that plays on the mental. You see what I'm saying? And they don't have that thought like I can do anything, because they will hinder their own selves on in the afterlife if they're not conscious enough, because they will be like, well, I got bad knees. However you see yourself is how you gonna see yourself in the afterlife. Nothing changes in this regard. You see what I'm saying? If you got low self-esteem, you're gonna have low self-esteem in the afterlife. If so, I keep trying to explain. I want to keep this as simple as possible, because and I don't want to put no levels on it. I want it to remain as simple as possible for everyone that's got the Soul Trap session to understand just one thing. You are Superman. There's nothing that can stop you on the other side. You don't need to raise your energy. Your energy, everybody's energy is the same when they reach the afterlife. When you die, if we die together, and we all see each other, I'm not more powerful than you, and you ain't more powerful than me. We the same. The archons that's gonna come, they the same. They not more powerful than you. It's just knowledge. Knowledge is the differing factor. That's it. All right. There's nothing you can do in this life to raise your vibrations. Don't buy into that bullshit. All right. There's nothing in this life that can raise your vibration. You can either be a good person or a bad person. But the fact of the matter is, it really don't matter, because creation needs to know the good and the bad. So if you choose to be a bad person, when your soul reaches the other side, there's no repercussions for that. There is no repercussions for being a bad person. Each soul was sent out from creation to go experience the universe in their own unique way. And if you choose to be bad, that's like 607 Unc. If you're going to be bad, be bad. It don't matter if you're bad or good. The universe is learning through you, each and every one of our souls. So somebody got to play the bad guy. So there is
Not
nothing.
to cut you off, saying,
But you are cutting me off.
how would you?
But you are
Okay,
cutting me
not
off.
that. My fault.
All right. So there's no good or bad. There's no raising vibration. All that shit comes from people that trying to sell you a book. All right. Because look, the people that's telling you to raise your vibrations, look at them niggas. Has raised their vibration. I haven't seen one motherfucker that talked that raise your vibration shit who had their vibration raised. Matter of fact, I have yet to see any nigga in this world with a raised vibration. The only motherfucker that walked this earth with a raised vibration was Jesus Christ. Ain't nobody else vibration raised. Who's telling us that? We cannot point to a person in this world and say, oh yeah, that motherfucker got a raised vibration.
It's a tie use him. It's a reference tie use him, right?
No. Well, he dead. He dead and gone. That was.
You said he's the number. They took the end. Only one that make it up.
That was 500 years ago. I'm saying we not seeing him. We don't know. We don't know how he lived his life. He could have been fornicating, doing everything. Look, you got the Tibetan monks. we could look at them and say, well, if anybody, the ones that can go into the light body, they got to raise vibration because they can go from physical into death and soul leave, but yet they still reincarnate. So they missing something from their game too. There's nobody on this earth with a raised vibration, and everybody's buying into that's false. That's the misinformation that the CIA and the FBI put out. That's the shit they put out. They got people focusing on the wrong thing. It's quite simple when you die. If I die right now in front of y'all, I'm in this room. I gotta get out of this room. It's like zooming in down here from Google Maps, Google Satellite. You zoom in from outer space and down here, right? So I gotta go through all them layers to get out. I gotta get out of this house. I gotta get out of this dome. I gotta get out of that water, and I gotta get past. I gotta get past the grid. I got to get past the 10 heavens above. I got to get past the archons. I got to get past the water, and I got to get into outer space. Them 5 things, that's what you got to do. There's no vibration with that. That's just strictly knowledge of knowing where you are, what you can do, and where you need to go and what you need to do. That's it. And I want to keep it 100% simple for y'all. All right? Master your thoughts, like you said. Like Yaga said, master your thoughts. Why you got to master your thoughts? Because you can't be thinking idle. You can't just see, when you get on the other side, it won't be no them popping things into your head because they there now with you. Here, we have a system. Every single book we have read tells you what? There is a system on the unseen side, a detailed system, and they can affect our bodies. That's why you got a counterfeit soul, destiny. You got the spirit guides writing down everything you do and say, monitoring you. They can only affect the body. They cannot affect the soul. If they did, if they could, wouldn't be no need to put all these other entities with you. They would just simply put one in you. But they can't, because your soul is only creation. Your soul comes from creation. You are God. And I want to keep this 100% simple because my goal by the end of this class is for all of you to know that fact. So I don't want people focusing on vibration and energy and all that crap because it's BS. It's really BS. Now, if you want to live, if you want to live this this life of a good person, a saint or whatever, then go, by all means, raise your vibration, raise your energy and all of that crap. Get into your kundalini and all of that stuff. Do all of that. But see, the book I wrote, Awakening to God Within, I talked about all that shit. But that was 3 or 4 years ago. I'm steadily researching. I'm steadily elevating. So I'm to the point now at 7 months into this class, after reading every fucking book we've read that's talking about there is a system. We're in the Book of Giants now. And what are we learning? There is a system with the demons. So it's all system-based. All right? And all of this is against your soul. All of this. And that tells me more than anything that my soul must be so powerful that they got a whole system in place, not just here on in the physical world, but in the unseen world. They got a whole system, 2 systems, unseen and the seen. That's trying they damnedest to control the narrative and keep me in a state of ignorance involving my soul so that I will die in a state of ignorance. It's kind of like in Islam. When you do your rakahs, when you make your prayer, one of your rakahs has to be silent. Because what they say in Islam is that's because only Allah can hear you. But see, they lying now that we know. It don't matter if you say it out loud or say it silent. The beings around you, they read our minds. They know exactly what we're saying and thinking at all times. So I don't want nobody to get caught up on physical stuff. I mean, that's cool if you want that, but I want people to understand and know that when you speak of vibration and energy levels and stuff like that, that is strictly for this world, this physical world. That has nothing to do with the spiritual world. The spiritual world is whatever knowledge you gained in this life, that's going to be the knowledge you have in the afterlife. All right? For those people who have not gotten the soul trap session, they the ones that's winging it. Them, that, what you saying would be good for them because, they idiots. They don't know shit. And since they believe in that dumb shit, sell their ass books and get rich off of them fucking idiots. You know what I'm saying? But for us, this class, we know it's a system. It's just one thing. It's really simple. We do what we do in the soul trap session and we get the fuck out of here. It's that simple. That's the plan. The plan has been proven. Like I was saying before, every near-death experience, when you go looking at near-death experience and start looking at thousands of them so you can find patterns, the pattern is darkness, light, here come some people. So them three things is something you got to overcome. It don't got none. The only thing you said that really applies to that is mastering your thoughts. Mastering your thoughts, because there's no body, there's no secrets, there ain't no secrets over there. Whatever you think, they gonna know it too, just like you said. So mastering your thoughts, that's how you gonna get through this. And believe it or not, it is possible for you to master your thoughts so much that what you thinking don't even pop into your head to give them the opportunity to read your mind. If you see in a situation and they're reading your mind and you say, okay, I need to go right, but I don't want to say that, I don't want to think that, you just looking. You can look without thinking. That's something you can try right now. You can look and acknowledge. Your brain is that advanced. You can look and acknowledge without even thinking it. See what I'm saying? That's you practicing keeping your mind blank. Mastering not just your thoughts, but mastering nothingness in your brain is, a trick to all of this. But I just want to keep it 100% simple. I don't want nobody to get distracted. I don't want to get nobody to say, well, this guy said this and you was okay with it. You didn't. I don't want that to come across. I want to be clear, 100% clear about this soul trap thing. All right. Where you at, where you got to go, you got the power to do that. I don't care if you was fat and sloppy in the world. I don't care if you was evil in the world. It don't change a thing when you get to the other side. It doesn't change nothing. The plan still remains the same, and it will work based off of near-death experiences. Nobody is going near that light. Nobody is even acknowledging these beings. You're not here to talk to them. They're not your friends, so why engage? Don't even engage. Just do what you got to do. Let them follow. They know where you're going. They know what you're trying to do. And the only practice for that is practicing on mastering your thoughts and mastering nothingness in your brain so that they can't read your every move. That's it. I caution the class. I always tell you this is your base. All right. Compare with I don't care what nobody's saying. If they're not saying you live in a dome underwater, they don't have a clue. But the other thing is, if they not understanding that you a soul having a human experience, and they keep telling you shit that apply to the physical world, red flag. That's a red flag. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. All this, raise your vibration shit. This ain't point, and there's nobody. Look, whoever's saying it, if it's a woman saying it, I guarantee you she was bent up the night before. Fucking and sucking, doing this, that, and that. If it's a dude saying it, I guarantee he was doing that the night before. This is not high vibe. This is not high vibe. Sex is not a high vibrational thing. Sex is low vibration. When you have sex, you allow other entities to come into there. There's no way to do it properly so that they won't. Sex is animalistic in nature. It is one of the lowest vibrational things that you can do, and it don't matter if you married or whatever, because marriage that don't make it right. If you're not procreating with sex, having sex is pleasure. So show me one of these high vibrational motherfuckers that's telling you they not having sex. So you got to know all of this stuff. Why do you think the Illuminati and the elite have sex parties and make everybody fuck each other? It's low vibrational. The demons want to see that. There's nothing high vibrational at all about sex. It's nothing about raising your energy level about sex. Sex is lowering your energy level because here comes another entity to join in on it. I don't get into all of that shit because at the big picture of it is, it really don't matter what you do in this life. I keep telling you that. There is no good, there is no bad. So live your life. Just keep that knowledge of the soul trap, in the back of your head, because you don't know when you're gonna die. So just refresh yourself every now and then, and just know what to do when it's your time. Other than that, live life, and don't believe all that bullshit. Just live your life. I'm doing this class. This class is me actually proving to you that there is a system. Because every book we're gonna read, you're gonna discover that there's a system. They gonna all these books is telling you this. Every single last one of them is telling you this is the true meaning of as above, so below. If they didn't do it this way, they would not be able to control the world and run it. There has to be a system in place. And since humans cannot be trusted to always stick to the system, like John F. Kennedy was like, no, we're getting rid of the Federal Reserve. Oh, well, you got to die because you're supposed to stick to the system. So since humans cannot be trusted to always stick to the system, the powers that be, who we know to be the Anunnaki, the powers that be said, well, let's put a backup plan in place. Let's put an unseen system in place that will always keep the system in place, even when the humans fail us and start wanting to do their own thing. Because as we've seen in the Pista Sophia, the unseen backup system, they stick to the system, right?
Rraw, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but if I was you, I wouldn't even take this dude out seriously because he don't even respect you. Like, he's over here disrespecting you. He's over here basically saying that you are too repetitive for him and this, that, and the third. But what I find funny is that how in the hell are you going to come to him and find information from him, but then ultimately find him as a waste of time? But you ultimately came to him seeking knowledge from him, but then you find him as a waste of time. You see, whenever I come into this class and I bring information to this fucking class, you know what the fuck I do? I back my shit up. So I don't come to this class just using fucking words. You know what I'm saying? I back my shit up. And so I feel like I have every right to defend this class because I have valuable inputs. Unlike these fucking words that is just gibberish. You know what I'm saying?
You get the kick out of this, bro. Don't even let them get on your head, bro.
It has nothing to do with this curriculum. If you want to have your own class, then fucking do it. But I know for one thing,
don't let them steal your energy, bro.
you're not going to put in the same effort. So don't fucking try to sit there and act like you're going to put in the same effort. You're not going to dissect these motherfucking ancient motherfucking paragraphs and shit. You over here acknowledging the fact that this man got 30 years behind his belt, and you want to fucking try to come against that shit? I don't try to come against nothing that this man provides. All I try to do is try to add to his knowledge. But you can't fucking do that. All you want to fucking do is just disrespect somebody and just feel like you overpowering somebody on some fucking shit that you read, but you can't back shit up. Come on here and back this shit up the same way that I do. But I bet you can't. You know why? Because it don't have no weight to it. You know why? Because you can't teach shit. You know why? Because the shit that you know can't teach shit to this class. Because the shit that I teach to this class actually adds valuableness to this class. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I have every right to defend this goddamn class. You know, because I'm passionate about this goddamn shit. And I'm pretty sure you can hear it through my goddamn voice, Yaga. And you've been through certain experiences that I haven't, but that don't mean that I can't be a man about certain shit. Like, come on, man. How the fuck you gonna come seeking knowledge from this man, but ultimately find him as a waste of time? That is a disrespectful ass disciple. You had been started as a disciple and you ultimately became a backstabbing ass disciple. That's what the fuck you ultimately became, Yaga. Be proud of yourself, man.
So
some real shit, be proud of your lameness.
So
you don't add nothing valuable to this goddamn class except gibberish.
So
be proud of yourself.
So look, y'all. Let's bring it in a notch. Let me just say this. Look, if I'm wrong on anything, that's why I sit and I listen to y'all. All right. I've never once told anybody don't say that, don't say that. All right. And I'll sit back and I'll listen. This class is not just the class I'm teaching y'all. My reputation is behind this. It's people that's been in here following me from day one, like Uzi and people like that, man. Look, I'm going to back up what I say. And just like I said, what Yaga was talking about, just like I showed how energy and vibration is bullshit, I'm not going to allow somebody to spread bullshit into the class. So since you can't point to me one person that's got a high vibration, one person who has high energy, if any of that shit was true, because that shit is all over the fucking social media, if any of that shit is true, how come one person has not risen above the rest of us with their high energy and high fucking vibration? There's nobody. We don't even have a leader. We haven't. You want to know who had a high energy? Martin Luther King. A high vibration, Martin Luther King. Could you have done that? Was a nigga with high vibration that allowed people to spit on him, to hit him and do the shit that they did to this man. And he did it not for a paycheck. That's high vibration. See, people who have that, they lead people. People want to follow them people. And those people lead by example. So is there any fucking body in the world right now that's high vibration that is leading anybody by fucking example? No, the fuck there isn't. So it's my duty and my job. I will allow people to say what they feel and think, but if it's incorrect and cannot be proven, I'm going to do what I do. Because I owe it to the rest of the class not to let them get misled by some bullshit. And the reason I said you've been saying that for a couple of weeks, because you have, and I sat back and I thought about it for a few weeks. I didn't snap at you over, I've been thinking about this for a long time, bro. A couple of classes ago, you was quiet and I said, man, what's up, man? Talk. I want you to speak. I don't want you to feel that it's, that I got animosity or something towards you, because I don't. You know what I'm saying? But I have to nip certain shit in the bud, because I cannot allow the rest of the class to be distracted or given false or fake information. I'll take it like this. You mean well. I don't think agent or nothing like that. But I want it to be clear. And Ludwig, he speaks passionately. I don't think he got no ill will for you, Yaga. Me and Ludwig done bounced heads once or twice. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, and see, the authority on it is not because I run the class. That's not why I'm the authority. I'm the authority when I say I can prove what you saying is wrong. Now, if I don't know what you're saying, I tell y'all, oh, that's, man, I ain't never heard that. Teach me. And then I'm going to go look it up. I'm going to do my due diligence. You know what I'm saying? But when I hear something that's just consistently just bad advice, for the class, that energy vibration crap, that shit is just bad advice. All right? It's just bad advice. Nothing in the universe is, nothing in our world, let's say, not the universe, nothing in this world is operating on those standards. Nothing. And so that doesn't help the class. All that's doing would make this class focus on stuff that they could never achieve. Never achieve. And the reality of it is they don't have to achieve it. Nobody in this class needs to go raise their vibration. Nobody in this class needs to, worry about energy and all of that shit. You do need what you said about mastering thoughts. That is correct, 100%. But that's all you need to focus on, because that's all you are in the afterlife. It's thought, conscious energy. You think it, it manifests. That's it. And the only thing I would add to what you said about mastering thoughts is master how to not think at all, to keep your mind clear so that it won't be read in the afterlife. You see, you can still know what you're going to do without broadcasting it in your mind if you do what you said. Get the soul trap session down pat in life, and that way you know it by heart and deaf, and they won't be able to do shit. You ain't even got to, you can keep your mind blank the whole goddamn time and be running away from these motherfuckers, and they'll never know. Which way is he going? What is he about to do? We don't know. You done already mapped out. You done already had your shit mapped out. But I want people to have their input. So this is not to say for nobody. If you thinking something, I ask y'all all the time. Anybody else got something they say or thought about or whatever? We here to ask questions. We here to learn. I learn from you guys too. I don't know everything. I don't know everything. So I'm learning from you guys. I enjoy this class. I enjoy everybody in here. I enjoy you, Yaga. I enjoy you, Ludwig. All of y'all. Raj, all y'all. Steve, Uzi, everybody. I think if I could give you something, I would. I don't know what to give you, because I think it's fabulous that every week out of your life, you give up 6 hours to kick it with a bunch of people who think like you. So we're not gonna look down on Yaga or Ludwig or anybody else that present something that might not be totally true to the class. That's just that's us trying to learn. How are we gonna learn if we don't try?
We're all parts of the same soul, learning through different eyes. So,
Excellent.
yes, there's going to be disagreement. People are going to butt heads because we're fucking people. We're people. But truly, at the core, we are all part of the same fucking spirit, same soul, whatever. So we're all just seeing the world through different eyes, experiencing different things. Again, I was a black man. I'm a tattooed fucking white guy that works construction. We're all experiencing different things.
Mm-hmm.
But we're all trying to get back to that source.
Right.
That source. We're all part of that. So, again, everybody can impart knowledge. Again, whether it's the bum on the street or the guy that's fucking making $90 million, you can get knowledge from anywhere and anyone. You just have to do your fucking thinking to think about what the fuck they're saying, whether or not it can be proven or